Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. We got a test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. What camera station is that there? Radio station. Is that WTOC or TV, I mean? Test 1 2. Test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. This is yours truly, Travis Peavy, along with our play-by-play guy, Lance Wade, one of the best play-by-play commentators in the business today.
Something like that. Hey, it's game time, baby, as our red and black uniformed Raiders are sitting facing southward here, looking down towards Charlton County, forgetting all about it, facing the white guys here. And that is it a brownish burgundy?
I think it would be about the best thing I could say. It looks kind of like Mississippi State.
There you go.
That kind of dark maroon color, white bottoms, white tops, with maroon numerals and a maroon hat. They're about to kick off to our Red Raiders. We got set deep. It looks like we got Tron Folsom and Drell Green set deep to receive. And let's see what happens.
Here we go. Not a great kick. It goes out of bounds. That's how great it was. It went out of bounds at about the 17-yard line, and we'll see what we have here. We'll probably take the ball 1st and 10 at the 35.
I would think so. That's exactly what we're going to do. And out comes our Red Raiders. Looks like Aubrey Carter is going to be coming in starting at quarterback again tonight, at least for the first series. We do flop Aubrey and Drell Green around a lot at quarterback, depending on the sets that we offer.
And we have a 4 wide receiver set here, no back in the backfield, keeping a tight end in. As an extra lineman here, speaking of tight ends, Dustin Miles is not going to be in the game now as Wesley drops over to the right side of Aubrey, looks to the sidelines to get the play right. He turns to his right, throws out, hits Tron, but he is brought down immediately. It's almost like he tripped over himself. I don't know if.
I think the ball was thrown low, and he went down to get it and kind of stumbled. That's what it looked like. We actually wound up losing 2 yards on that play.
Second down and 12. If you do good math, you had that figured out already. Aubrey looks at his wristband. Now Wesley Cawthorn to his left.
They're flip-flopping linemen back and forth.
Still have 4 wide receivers. Aubrey rolls out to his left, throws out to Dustin Allman. He drops it, does not catch it. Or are they saying he caught it and he fumbled it? No way.
No way. That was.
He didn't have the ball half a second. And it was on the ground. His knees were on the ground if he did catch it. How in the world? And they're getting it straight now as the white hat comes over and he's going to say, the back judge they all get together. You know, that's something I admire about referees and umpires. If one of them gets out there on a limb a little bit, if they'll just talk it out for just a second, it ain't over. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, it used to be one made the call, he'd stick with it till he died. But now the day we replay it, it lets them know that it's okay to be mistaken every now and then.
Well, accountability will do that, as we've already seen some with some umpires. They get the call right. It was incomplete pass. 3rd down and 12 here.
That was a great pass by Aubrey. There's no reason that ball shouldn't have been caught. And we put ourselves behind the sticks again tonight. Let's look.
5-man rush as we throw it out here to Tron out to the right, and he's going to be just shy of the 1st down. It's going to be up to the 45-yard line.
Good pass,
that time
good
Aubrey
catch.
just dropped right back. Had good protection. They blitzed the linebacker up the middle, but he was picked up, chipped just a little bit. Pass was complete for about 10 yards. It's going to be 4th and 2.
Yep.
And we're going to line up in a punt formation maybe. We don't have a punter, though. And now we've got Drell in, and they jumped. They jumped, and he says, line judge says he didn't cross. I'm looking at, I think I have a better view than that line judge did.
Yeah, he jumped across. He did, but they just didn't give it to him.
They do it. We snap the ball anyway. Drell keeps it, goes off the right side, and he trips.
He should have handed it.
He does not get the 1st down. He is brought down right back at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cadets here at the 41-yard line.
Well, one thing's for sure, Coach Kofer's come out here, and he's playing to win it.
I like it. I like it. I mean, you know.
Me too. You know, if we're going to have 4 downs every time, if we're going to be able to stay in this game. Unfortunately, that time it looked like Drill missed the read. Missed the read. Our fullback would have picked it up, but that's one of the things that, you know, we're going to try to keep the ball in 3's hands. We're going to try to get the ball to 2. If we'll pick other people, I think we may can find some stuff. But they're going to.
And here we see they do a veer off the right side. We have Red Raider stacking them all up, and he just does make it back to the line of scrimmage and then dives forward for about 1.5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and a long 8, we'll call it. That he did very well there. We had 4 men in the backfield.
Our number 27, Blake Michael, actually come up and stymied that play. Our defensive end came off the corner, Payson Sams, and he stood it up just to start off with and has strung it out.
Yeah,
was
the
lucky
angle.
to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pitch. They have a busted play here. Quarterback runs out to the right, and Jay Jackson runs him out of bounds.
Great play. That's 2 good plays in a row for our defense.
Great discipline by our defense, because although that was a busted play, it was to the backside, and it could have been dangerous for us. You know, he could have had something there.
It was a bootleg without the play being called.
That's it.
Don't know whose fault that was. The quarterback just turned around and looked. I wish he'd turned around and just naked pitched it.
3rd down and 10 right here. Big play for our defense as their quarterback comes out left-handed. He slings it a country mile, and it is almost brought down by their all-state wide receiver. Yeah, everything, Brad Stewart. It's just out of his hands. Great coverage by Tron Folsom.
It was great coverage. It was a battle going on, and we knew going into this game we were going to see these 2 match up, 2 of the better players in the region, and our own Tron Folsom and Benedictine's Brad Stewart, 2 seniors. Both of them have college offers to play Division I football when they leave here. And it's going to be a battle all night, our athleticism versus theirs.
Adam King set back to punt for Benedictine. They're set to punt. Now, this is perfect fake territory, so we'll see. He does punt the ball, gets his left foot into it, perfect spiral. The ball turns over. Drell Green down on the 7. Fair catches it. It's going to be 1st and 10. We're buried in a hole. We lose the field position battle here to start the game, but we stopped them on defense, 3 and out. That's what the doctor ordered. That's what we're going to have to do, kind of stay in this game, and we can make some plays and win this thing if we can get our offense to clicking.
We can, and really other than the first play, we made some good plays on the offense right there.
That's right.
First and last play, the fourth down, if we'd have handed the ball, I believe we would have got a first down. But naturally, they blitzed the linebacker in from the corner expecting Drell to keep it, and he did, and they were able to hit him on his hip and kind of knock him off balance a little bit.
Same formation, 4 wide receivers. Wesley Cawthorn to the right as Aubrey rolls out to his right. A little bit of pressure, throws it out. It hits the receiver in his hand, Payson Sams, in a little flat route at about the 20-yard line. It would have been a gain of about 10 yards. There's a flag down on the play, however.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to back us up to about the 5-yard line. That was a good-looking play, and that's some of the things we saw in practice this week, some of the flat routes and some of the, spreading things out. To this point, we've thrown it deep, near about. And
right. Well, on the stat sheet, it's not going to show it, but Aubrey's doing his job as quarterback right now. He's hitting our receivers in their hands. We're just not making the play. And you're right. They put it right on the 5-yard line. And it's going to be
about 1st and 14. It's about a half the distance there. Wasn't quite 5-yard penalty, but now Aubrey's going to get the ball snapped to him as we do trips right over here formation. Got Dalton Allman wide up in the split end position. He gets the snap and he gives it to Cawthorn, and Cawthorn breaks 2 tackles right up the middle, running hard, running tough, makes it up to the 15-yard line. That looked good, Rev. Talk to me, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
And we're trying to speed it up here. They're trying to
and
get
we're
set.
Immediately back to the line of scrimmage. I don't even have time to look over at you. The ball snapped again, put it in Cawthorn's hand again. He's looking for a hole, doesn't find it this time after a gain of about a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Great gain there on the first run. He got about 12 yards. Now he got a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
And we're bringing in, I don't know if we'd call it our big package or whatever. We got 2 fullbacks and Drell Green in the game. I hope that Drell reads this right. We may can bust this up for a first down right here. But I believe everybody in the stadium is going to be keying on Drell. He turns and
absolutely, and we put it in Carver's hands, and our offensive line pushes him forward, and I think he's going to have the first down. Thanks to the bigs of ours.
Yeah. It looked like he marked it as a first.
That's it. That's a first
down. Good play.
Jacob Carver on the carry right up the gut, and what ended up happening was they stood him up, and he was fighting still, and we had 2 or 3 offensive linemen come push him from behind, and the pile fell forward. Great play from our Raider front there.
Out comes Florence. Anthony Florence comes back out as Wesley Cawthorn checks back in. They look over the wristbands here.
4 wide receivers again. Seems to be our formation we're going to go with. As Carter rolls out to his right and he pulls it down. Great play.
Good.
Nothing
read.
Necessarily there. He had 4 or 5 yards he could get, and he took them. He runs out of bounds, scrambles up to about the 24-yard line, 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 all night. I'll take it.
Well, good to see. Our guys have not come over here and just rolled over after last week. They've come here and going to try to play. Benedictine's going to have to take it. We're not going to give it to them.
Aubrey in formation again, same formation. Aubrey rolls out to his left. This time hits a wide open Drell Green, and he is brought down up to the 45-yard line. He just did a little hook right there, a little button hook route, and he just sat down, and
Aubrey hit him right in the numbers.
Running out to the left, had a defender chasing him and just put it right on him in between. Benedictine playing more of a little too deep zone there. Just sat down right in the hole. Beautiful play here. I'm telling you what, if we'd have seen this Red Raider offense the whole time, I don't want to brag on them too much, but right. I'm impressed at this point.
Me too, Lance. I'm with you, buddy.
Aubrey with a quick pass out to the left there, was trying a wide receiver screen. Kind of same formation that time. We took Payson Sams and went in motion. It's hard to even keep up with calling these plays because by the time you call one, the next one's in. And I can't get behind or I'll forget what's going on in radio land. Amen.
We've pretty much been in this, what do you call it, four-man set?
It's a 4 wide receiver set. You've got 2 slot receivers essentially. You know, you've got Wesley right to the right of Aubrey as he scrambles out to the right again, and he hits pace on this time, same route as earlier, and he takes a lick, but he catches the ball this time, and it's up close to a first down.
Looks like it.
And I think the side judge didn't give him a good spot.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he threw the ball up to the hash mark, and he put it down about a half yard further back than where it was.
Great play.
Beautiful. This is 4-down territory as we went for it on the other side of the 40 already, so no doubt we'd go for it here. It's 3rd down and a half a yard.
Yep. This is where I don't like this formation.
Yeah, I say
this every week.
Trips left, and we're in the shotgun formation here. Wesley again, and we put it in Wesley's gut, and he's going to go up and he's going to fall forward for 2
first
yards.
Down, yeah, looks like he got it.
Easily a first down. So great push there.
Well, can I say a big thank you, Jesus?
That's it. Hey, I am thoroughly impressed. We haven't talked about Benedictine, but they're not little people. You understand what I'm saying?
No, they're not little.
Our offensive line is just kind of laying on them right there, and their linebackers aren't able to get free. And we're picking our holes here in our spots. Trips again to the left. Aubrey, I was fixing to say gets the snap, but he kind of did trying to get him to jump there. Looks over at the sidelines. We got Anthony Florence in the up back position now. Tron Folsom down here in the Z. Anthony Florence right up the gut for about 3 yards.
Good 3 anyway, and he was stumbling when he come
stumbled.
through.
He hasn't carried the ball much this year.
And he was our workhorse last year. It's just the difference in the offense. It's not anything against Anthony. He's played his heart out every play ever since he's been on the field.
And if we can run the ball tonight and control the clock like we're doing right now, that's what it's going to take. We cannot let our defense get behind the gun. We throw a quick pass out here to the left, and then we spin around 2 or 3 times. I can't see who caught it. Did you see who caught it?
I think it was number 4. Is that
Devontae
Batten? Yeah.
He catches it, passes complete right through the arms of a defender there. The defensive end, I think, jumped up to get it, and Aubrey threw it right in. It's going to be a gain of about 4 more yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 4, we'll call it, for our Raiders. And we're down to 36-yard line. I'm telling you what, Rev, I don't want to get excited here. I'm
getting excited.
But
it's the best our offense has looked
all year.
All year, you know?
All year, and this is against the best team we've played all year.
Now, I would go up top right here because their receiver is not pressing. He's 10 yards off the ball.
Tron is, down here, and he's going to roll out to him, and it looks like he just keeps it, and he's going to end up taking a loss. Aubrey probably would have done better.
Throw it out of bounds.
And there was plenty of daylight there, and Aubrey, to his defense, I'm sure on a normal day, on a normal night, he would have been able to run for 2 or 3 yards there, and that's what he was thinking. But
not against his speed. That's right.
The speed of their linebackers and really everybody, they dress out, 80 football players. 80 football players for sure.
If you don't know about Benedictine, they're a private school out of Savannah that is an all-boys school. They don't have but 450 in the high school, but they got 450 guys. Where our high school, we've got more, but we only have 250 boys to choose from, so that's the difference.
That's right. Big 4th down here. Aubrey gets the snap. He bobbles it, and he picks it back up now, and he is going to be dropped for a sack about 8 yards deep, so we do not convert on 4th down. Was cooking with something there, but instead we're going to turn it over to Benedictine. I don't know that he wasn't trying to possibly pooch punt that thing down there or something. I don't know. He kind of rolled out to the right. He was probably just trying to make something happen, but nothing doing. They get us. They're going to have it 1st and 10 on the 44.
Well, the first thing you got to do as a shotgun quarterback or one that operates in the shotgun, you got to make sure of the catch first. You got to make sure the ball's in your hands first.
They're in a wing T formation. They give it to one of the wing backs, and we have a penalty flag down. We tackle him after a gain of about 15 yards. It didn't look pretty.
They're going to call a holding.
It didn't look pretty. I think there were 2 holds on the play by Benedictine, and it's going to back them up.
They called that on Brad Stewart. I really didn't see the hold, but I'll take it.
I think right there, as the wingback was coming to us, there was one to seal the edge, and then.
So it's going to be 1st now and about 13. Is that right?
That's the one they're going to call him on.
Yep.
It's going to be 1st and 13. It's a spot foul on the hold. I tell you what, those black and red jerseys are looking good out there tonight.
Right.
They're in 4 wide receiver set, and they give it to the up back, and he has plenty of speed.
Oh,
and
great
Dalton
play.
Allman makes a great tackle.
Was that Almond or was that Michael? I believe
think
that
it
was. I believe that was
it?
Michael.
Let me see. Yeah, it was. It was Michael.
And Payson. Both of them made a great play. Payson's actually the one that took on the defense. That was one of the better defensive plays that I've seen in a while.
We've seen Blake Michael make a couple of perfect form tackles this season that we've noticed. Benedictine snaps it quick, and they toss it out to the left, do a toss sweep kind of deal, and they have – goodness, they have some big boys that can run. They had 3 offensive linemen running out there, and they're about as fast as the running back. We sneak up in there and manage to trip them all up. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 yards for the Cadets.
We need to really stand it up right here. Let's see what he does. He's looking.
And he's back to pass, and that's there. And he does come down with it. They throw a pass out here in the flats to – what's his name? Stewart. Brad Stewart. They're all world player that.
Yeah, they feel as good about throwing a 5-yard out to him as we do handing it off to our fullback. I mean, that's just
right.
Pitch and catch for them. They've been doing it so long. Both of these guys, the quarterback and Brad Stewart, are seniors, and they've been doing this together since middle school, I'm sure.
And our fastest guy, believe it or not, will not play up and press this guy. That's how much respect we have for him. And that's number 5 for the Benedictine Cadets. He's off to the right. They do a sweep, and he gets about 3 or 4 yards before he's even touched, and then he lumbers down for 2 or 3 more. It's a good run on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4. As now you see Benedictine starting to put something together here.
Well, they take these big offensive linemen and they just push and hand it to their little jet back, and he looks for a crease.
Straight up wing T formation. Benedictine runs here, and we have 4 men in the backfield, and the first player back there is Anthony Florence, and he gets up nodding his head saying, yep, I see you, big guy.
Surely they marked that for a loss. They did, yes, about a 2-yard loss.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now.
And Benedictine's running it quick, and the quarterback's back in the shotgun now.
They're in our formation now, 4 wide receiver set here. And they have an up back, and their quarterback's setting back to pass. We put some pressure on him. He throws it out here in the flat route, and Blake Michael misses the tackle, and another man misses, and now this little guy's fixing to take it to the house, and he's brought down from behind by Tron and does a great job, might I add, of trying to knock that football out.
He did do a good job.
He is tackled down at the 2-yard line. They did a little flat pass there, and Michael had a leg, but he broke free and just took it almost to the house.
He's very quick, and the thing that I saw that was most impressive about that play for Benedictine was the time that they had.
And they snap it quickly and just do a sweep to the left side and put it in the end zone. I tell you what, they go just as fast, and that's the trend in football these days. You know, don't give the defense time to set, read, do anything, breathe, you know, to go ahead and run it down their throats, and they just put a knife in us right here. We were doing good the whole while in those 2 plays. Benedictine scores, and these guys are no strangers to putting points on the board.
No, they're not.
Brandon DeLoach, a senior kicker for the Cadets, kicks the ball, and the kick is up, and it's no good. It is good. I thought I saw crossbar. I'm getting blind. All right. That's going to be our cue to take a timeout here with 1:58 left in this first quarter. We fought them well, 7-0. Benedictine's on top. You're listening to Raider football on 93.5, The Eagle.
Back, everybody. It's Benedictine 7-0. They just took an impressive drive down the field. We made some good plays. We just were not able to put plays together, and now they're about to kick off to your Red Raiders. Another hook.
Yep, and if it'll let it go, well, he didn't, and he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, man.
If Drell would have let that ball go, I know he'd have been taking a chance, but it was headed right for the sidelines. Instead, he picked it up and stepped out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. Not a good play there. It's right inside the 10 as we're buried again. Drell, it was squibbing, from the outset, and it took 2 bounces, and it had the momentum to make it out, but as white jerseys are crashing down, you need to make a decision. He made a decision to get it. Took 1 step, trying to cut back to the middle of the field and stepped out of bounds. Tough break for our Raiders as we do 3 wide receivers to the left, and we hand it right up the gut. And Jacob Carver rolls one up and then takes it all the way up to the 22-yard line, and he is brought down from the left side. And we're going to take a timeout here as he's a little slow getting up. 1:51 left in this first quarter, 7-0 Benedictine. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5.
Wind knocked out of him, but we had a big first down run that got us out of the hole. We're on our own 23-yard line and looking at a good first down.
Got trips right here with Florence in the up back position. Probably will see some of that tonight, trying to protect Aubrey. Aubrey rolls out to his right, and he throws a dart, and he was wide open. Drell Green was streaking across, and I think that's a situation where possibly Drell maybe should have sat, and he was still kind of going.
That's what it looked like. But the ball was thrown on a dime. Aubrey has got an arm.
Absolutely.
He really has a big league arm, if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, it doesn't take any time for it to get there.
We do this spread formation here. Florence again in the up back position, and he threw out to Tron in the flats. He makes 2 people miss, but that's the short side of the field. Nothing doing. Too many jerseys out there, not enough space. Benedictine closes to the ball very well.
They do. They're very quick, and they're big, and they're athletic, and they're all the other adjectives that you want to throw in.
Yeah, I know. 3rd down and 9. Tron tried to make something happen there. Just nothing, not enough room, not enough space. Same formation. We've got 4 wide receivers. Got Anthony Florence in the up back. Now Aubrey's going to try to roll out to his left. He makes 1 man miss. Can't make the 2nd man miss, though.
I don't know who whiffed on that, but it looked like that they came, through untouched.
That's another one of those. There was a defensive lineman that came from about the nose tackle position and came over as Aubrey rolled well outside the hash mark to make the play. He's got a blocker out in front of him, but got brought down from behind, essentially, had to adjust. So we get caught on 3rd down there.
One thing I've learned about Benedictine is they're not going to give you the game. They're very disciplined. They protect the ball. You're going to have to earn it. And they just play down and distance. They play football the way. Not a bad kick.
Good kick by Payson Sams. The punt is off, and it is a line driver, but it's away from their punt returner.
Very effective.
And I will take that every day, all day. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle.
Back, everybody, and the quarterback just handed the ball off to their little all-purpose back, and Jay Jackson made yet to the first quarter with Benedictine Cadets winning 7-0, but our Raiders are looking a lot better. They're making a ball game of it. We're going to take about a minute break and go back to the studio. You're listening to Raider football on 93.5 The Eagle. Looking at a second and 12. Second and 12. The quarterback rolls to the left. Good play.
Yeah, he throws out, tried to hit number 12, John Kennedy. That's a sophomore, and we've seen him already make a play here tonight. As a matter of fact, he's the only one, well, I don't want to say he's the only one that's made a play, but that play that went for about 40 yards on us, that took it down to the 2-yard line, that's been the difference in the game thus far.
He's, about 5'8", probably 170 pounds, 165 pounds, and he's quick as greased lightning.
That's it. Third down and 12 here. Big third down for our Raider defense. We put some pressure
yes.
right up the gut, and he steps by it, and Blake Michael does finally make the tackle. We had our normal guys in the backfield, and he stepped right up in the pocket, and I thought he was about to break loose. I was thinking, no, and then Blake Michael kind of just slid right down the line and just grabbed a leg. Great play by the Raider defense. Fourth down, and we'll call it 7.
And they're going to play field possession, which good teams do. They're going to try to keep us down inside our own territory all night.
Well, one thing that you appreciate about this football team is, I don't know if you could call them cocky. They're confident, but they're not coming in here thinking they're this or that, and I'm sure they've been coached that way. They're going to come in here and play football, and you just see it with every guy. There's no extracurricular. You watch football games sometimes and you see junk, what I mean, and you don't.
Well, they're a military-type school, and discipline is what they wake up with every morning, and they go to bed every night. And, there's still a place in this society for discipline, even though we don't want to talk about it.
That's right. Hey, well, I'll tell you what, that is
Don't you wish Ray Rice had been disciplined? Don't you think he wish he had some discipline?
Same formation here for our Red Raiders, no comment. Aubrey back to pass. He throws a dart, a nice little 5-yard hook route out there. I think that was Payson.
Since his freshman year, Payson's been one of my favorite players. I don't know why he is. Just a good kid. I just like him. And he sure does look good in the uniform.
Well, and I wish I had time to talk about that play, because that's something that you and I have talked about. Instead of running Tron deep, we run a little 5-yard out route to the sidelines. Now we snap the ball, and it's, again, brought down. Oh, I don't even know how to call that play, as Aubrey rolls out to his left, tries to hit Drell. He does hit him in the hands. Two Benedictine. Yeah. Players are there. He tries to come down with it. The Benedictine players start fighting for it, and I was just happy to see the ball hit the dirt.
Me too at that point. I sure was.
Third down and 6, we'll call it. Well, 5 probably. Long 5.
If you're looking at your radio, we're actually going from your right to the left. We'll be going north on US 1 if that's the way you're looking. And we're sitting on about our own 29.5-yard line, and we're looking at 3rd and 5.5.
Same formation that we've been in, as Aubrey rolls out to his left, and he just throws the ball away, and he is hit hard. As those linebackers crash, you think you have more time than you do. And really what's happening there, Rev, is Anthony is getting way too far out in front to do Aubrey any good. You know, he needs to stay a little closer. He's just hyped up, ready to go hit somebody, but he's getting away from his quarterback, and then the players are coming from the backside. He needs to kind of keep his eyes in both directions there. Pressure comes from the backside. I don't know that we had anything working there either. Benedictine had it covered, but he may have been able to scramble for something. We're set to punt it away regardless.
Be careful of them coming to get it. Nope.
And they're gonna play probably punt safe every time. I mean, they're gonna play to return as their Stewart breaks one tackle, and we eventually wrangle him up as we kind of corner him on the sideline here. And I'm sure that's what we've practiced, and that's what we want to do is try to keep him down one left side. Do that kind of punt coverage. They're across midfield already, unfortunately. As Payson got the punt off, it wasn't a spectacular punt. Not a lot of hang time, not a lot of distance. It was just a punt.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be better than that, either away from him or,
we really need another stop right here badly, Lance. We need to make sure we can put a stop right here.
Their senior quarterback takes the ball, puts it in that number 12. That little speedy guy, and he's got guys out in front of him. He's a sweep left, and he just turns on the burners when he hits the corner, and he's gone, folks. That's going to be a score for Benedictine, and I wish I saw a yellow flag, but I don't.
Nope.
That was a beautifully executed play. They just went off the left side. You know, the ball was placed on the right hash mark here, and they just went a run left, and they just had plenty of green daylight to work with, and I'm telling you, their offensive linemen were 10 yards down the field, and he just ran around the left side of them off their left hip, and there was nothing doing.
He looks like, and I say this not because of his talent level, but just kind of the way you watch an NFL running back do. They just wait for those big linemen to make some holes, and when he saw the opportunity, looked like he'd been shot out of a gun.
And their kicker about kicks it into center's butt right there. It's no good. The extra point attempt is no good, as he about took somebody's head off right there, didn't he, with the ball. It was a hard kick, but it was a line drive. And so our good guys are down 13-0 here. 10 minutes and 7 seconds to go here in Raider Nation. It's going to be a long night if we don't get these cadets under control here, but I've been satisfied with what I've seen. We just have given up a couple of big plays now.
That's what's happened. We've give up a couple of big plays, and they're a hard team to come back against. Their defense is what they live and die by. They've got a young offense, but it looks like their offense is something to be dealt with too. I'm telling you, this is one of the better teams that
they'll be
in our classification. I think they're ranked number 4, but I don't think
had to be in our region too. Out of all the teams in the state, we had to draw this one. So
well, right now we got the number 2 ranked team in the state and the number 4 ranked team in the state in our region in Vidalia and Benedictine, and so we're going to do what we got to do.
And that's a sophomore running back that's hurt us on 2 big plays already. And as you said, he waited for his offensive lineman. I mean, he did wait, no doubt. He showed some patience, and he did what he was supposed to do in the running back position. But I'm telling you, those guys were running out there. They were showing some. I don't want you to think big, sloppy big. I want you to just think grown. You know what I mean? Big is probably not the right word. Grown's probably a more effective term there, as they set to kick it away. And they kick it a good kick this time. It's deep to drill.
Maybe we got a return.
Yeah, he's got it at about the 5-yard line, and they shut the wedge down. And he's tackled at the 20 this time, but at least we make it out. We've been buried each time. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle. Actually, and Aubrey gets the snap, and he's going to put it in the gut of Anthony Florence right there beside him, and he's going to fall forward for a few yards. We get the clock going. get some momentum going. We got to put something on these guys. Now we bunch up a little tighter here. We got Wesley right basically in a tight end kind of position, playing tight. Got Anthony Florence still in the shotgun position for Aubrey. As Drell comes across, he runs all the way, runs 20 yards all the way to the sideline, and he's nothing doing there.
That was actually Tron, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. We're not going to be able to beat them East and West. We're going to have to go at them. The only way you can beat a quick team like that is just run straight at them, and their defense is for real. You can look at them and tell they're for real.
And we're just not used to, having that kind of speed.
You can't simulate that in practice, They have a defensive with 80, 85 players. They got a defensive team, and they got an offensive team, and they get to work against each other. Both of them are fast. Sounds like I'm making excuses. I'm just telling you.
Well, what you
the
have
truth
to
of the
give you an
matter
idea of how that play just went. We have our receiver up top all the way on the other side of the field. He goes in motion. By the time he gets to the quarterback puts it in his gut, and that's 7 yards deep. Where we lost yardage? 7 yards deep. He's running east and west all the way over here to the sideline, and there's 5 white jerseys over there. I mean, that's all you have to say.
And for most teams in this region, in this classification, Tron can get to the corner on most all of them, but these guys are just fast.
He scored touchdowns on just that play, kind of deal right there. It's not that we're not blocking. We probably blocked. I wasn't paying attention, but we probably made a few blocks to give him. He usually outruns those 3 or 4, and this time there's just
straight at him, guys. That's where you're going to have to.
Third down and 15 now as we get the snap, drop back to pass, and he's open. He's going to be overthrown. It's going to be intercepted, and I don't mind it a whole bunch. We had to make a play there. Aubrey Carter just throws it deep, and there's Stewart, number 11 for Benedictine, intercepts the pass. But it's going to be at the 43-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Talking more with one of the Benedictine announcers before the game, he was talking about Stewart going as a receiver. And he's a good receiver personally, and that's only an opinion. Doesn't mean a lot. I think his future is going to be in the defensive backfield as a safety.
Yeah. Same thing for play. Benedictine. Until we stop it, we're going to see it again, and that's number 12, sweep left, and they just have it going now.
8 yards.
And we don't even touch
7
him.
yards, yeah,
we don't even touch him till he's 4 yards into our backfield, across the line of scrimmage, and then it's a gain of 8. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. And when something
better
starts,
watch it up top right here.
Now they're gonna try it the other side. They're gonna hit it right up the middle with number 4. He's gonna bust it out to the left, and he's hit hard and driven back. And we're trying to snatch the ball. They finally blow the whistle. Gain of about 6 yards. It's gonna be 1st and 10 for Benedictine. Well, I guess he got about 4 yards. He's right down to the 30-yard line. It's gonna be 1st and 10 regardless. We did a good job of containing right then. That play looked like there was going to be more than there was. Chance Jackson, another senior. I counted the seniors on this squad, and there were over 20 seniors for Benedictine. And this is another same jet sweep. This is another number 5. Phillip Moore, another sophomore. And he just takes it around. They're just wearing out that left side of their offensive line. That's usually where the money makers are at. They take it down. He's going to be marked at about the 15-yard line, gain of 15. They're right back to the line of scrimmage, and now we're going to call a timeout. Probably a good timeout, as we didn't even hardly have time to get set, and these guys were ready to go again.
You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle. timeout, trying to regroup. We're looking at Benedictine on our 15-yard line with 1st and 10. Maybe the 19.5-yard line.
And we've got basically a 3-5 defense, and they do the same exact play and take it in for a score. Same exact play, number 5 off the left side. They're not doing anything beautiful, but if you're a Benedictine fan, it's beautiful. Takes it off the left side, goes right around, sweep left. Looks like student body left is what they used to call it at Valdosta. You know, it was like student body left, student body right.
I don't think you could give any better description than what you just give as a student body left. They hand it off, and they put those big uglies out in front, and they're doing the job on the left side. We're just not getting anybody to touch him before 4 or 5 yards down the field.
Extra point attempt, 4th going. Here it is. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's going to be 20 to nothing. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Benedictine's coming in here and taking care of business. You're listening to Raider Football on 93.5, The Eagle.
Back as Benedictine cadets are about to kick off to our own Bacon County Red Raiders for the 4th time tonight. They're kicking off. Let's see what happens right here as their kicker kicks it. He's kicking it right back.
Another great kick, same place, the 5-yard line. Drill comes up, hits the wedge this time and breaks through and just gets stood up, ran into his own men, stopped all of his momentum, and then he got tackled by some white jerseys. But, man, we needed that. Just need a spark of life. I've heard plenty of cowbells, and our Raider fans are into this ball game. Yeah. You know, they were fired up here just a few moments ago. You know, they're cheering our boys on. It's just a little bit of David versus Goliath right now. Aubrey in the shotgun formation. Got Jacob Carver. Good to see him back in there. He puts it in his gut, and he's met immediately.
I don't know who missed or who didn't, but somebody whiffed there because that was a defensive line.
There's a little bit of jawing now. 2nd down, and this is where Benedictine wants to just put their foot on our throat, and we've got to respond here. 2nd down and 12, we'll call it. Carver in the up back position. We've got 3 wide receivers out to the left. We're going to split Dalton Allman all the way out wide. Put Drill behind Payson, throw a little screen, and it is.
Ball was tipped.
It was tipped. The defensive end broke through, or a linebacker. But they call them, they're whatever. They're athletes these days. You about can't even classify what a defensive end is anymore in football. They break through, and they've been close to batting that ball down all night, the little quick screen hitch pass kind of deal. Couldn't even get it off in time before it was coming at Drill, the intended receiver, sideways.
I think they figured out what we're trying to do, just go left. We really need to try to push the ball up the field a little bit instead of east and west with it. We've not had a lot of luck with these little screens that we're trying to run.
Well, what you try to do there is, you know, they play off about 8 yards. Now we're going to call a timeout as we have some confusion coming in from the sidelines. Let's take a second here and talk about it. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get our playmakers in a little bit of space, get them away from, you know, all the other 8, 9 players, at least give them 2 seconds to try to make a play out here. But they're so fast off the line of scrimmage, you know, it's.
Well, I understand completely what you're saying, and I agree with the philosophy. But until we're able to establish something up the middle, they know that what we're trying to do is go out wide, and they're just going to rush up and crash. And they know that if we're going to throw the ball deep, we're going to try to throw the ball deep to Tron. I'm thinking that if we're not going to crash it up the middle, and we can on third and 12, let's try to they got cover two. Let's take a H back and just run the H back to the middle of the field and let him turn around. And let's hit 8 or 10 yards down the middle and get them out of that cover two, or throw somebody into a seam route, a wheel route, or something to get them into the in between the cornerback and the safety.
Well, and they have the athletes that they're not overcommitting to cover this wide stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? They have confidence in their safeties that he's going to get over and make the play.
I know Aubrey's got a good enough arm to hit the seam routes and stuff like that.
They play a cover two here again. We throw it out wide to Drell, and Drell cuts it back up in the middle, just what the defense wants him to do. Goes back and faces everybody else. 3rd down and 12 became now 4th down and 8.
I think you're right.
They turn him right back up into the middle, and Drell on a normal Friday night against a normal other than Benedictine cadet foe turns that into a 1st down probably. He's brought down after a gain of, a nice play. If we'd have done that on the 2 plays earlier kind of deal and converted, that's what you're looking at, making 4 or 5 yarders versus these guys and putting a string of them together, and that's what they count on.
And they got dual safeties back. It looks like
they've got 2 deep. Yeah, they want to return this ball, and we kick it off to the right side, and it's shanked a little bit, but it's going to get a good roll. And it's going to be down at the 41.5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cadets. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5. They line up quickly, and they snap it. Shotgun formation. They have a wingback coming across the right side. He's met in the backfield by Jay Jackson again, and he's brought down for a loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 13. It's a good play by Jay Jackson. They line up quickly again in formation. Stevie Powers gets the snap and throws a frozen rope out to the right.
Ooh, what a great catch. Yeah, that's the kind of catches we need to make.
That's it. 1st and 10 for these Cadets, and they're up to the line of scrimmage again. They're at the 44-yard line, and they do a run out here to the right side, another one of those sweep runs. They're just giving they have a receiver set. I don't know if he's in the slot or if he's coming right off the edge, but it's like they set a receiver in the slot position, put him in motion, snap the ball, and he puts it in his gut coming around by the quarterback. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. We do a good play of containing, but now they've got the wide side of the field here that they're probably going to run back to the left. They've got number 12. They take a moment to take a breath. They've got number 12, this John Kennedy kid, down here on the right side of their offense, and he's in motion, and they put it in his gut again off to the left side. Not hard to call, and he slips down trying to make a cut back up as Tron kept good contain out there, and Trevor was over there as well, Trevor Williams.
Well, it looks like we've made some adjustments.
That wasn't Trevor Williams. That was – who was that? That was Keenan Williams. So it's 3rd down and 9 here for the Cadets as they put a man in motion, and that actually doesn't give it to him this time. And now they throw it out wide to the left, and it is just overthrown. Great coverage by Tron. Is that Drell?
Yeah, that's Drell.
Great coverage by Drell. Tron was in the area as well. It's going to be 4th down and 9, and they have the ball at about the 43, 44-yard line, and they're going to bring in the punt team. Seemingly, I'd make sure they punted it. I don't know that I'd even put a guy deep. I'd just play defense here.
Well, with
But,
the 20,
yeah,
they
that's
may,
true,
you know,
too.
with it. I think
20 to nothing. You got to make a play, don't you?
Well, would you
This
be
is
happy
just as
going
good
in
a
at 20
chance.
to nothing? You know,
That's right.
I mean,
4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Our defense stands tall. I'm happy to see it. That son, when you see them go student body left and right, and they just score at will, that'll take your steam out right there. They punt the ball away, and it's a high spiraling punt, and Drell Fair catches it, and he had plenty of room. The punt took him all the way away from the coverage. He didn't realize that, of course, until he catches the ball. Saw that he had plenty of daylight, but
he could have took that.
yeah, it was.
It's just been one of those kind of games.
Every other. Yep. The coverage was all going down towards the center,
right?
You know, and he rolls out all the way to the left. And anyway, we have the ball 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line, and Aubrey's in the shotgun formation.
See if we can hand this off. Nope.
And we roll out to the right. Aubrey's rolling out to the right, finally pressured, and he just throws the ball away. Smart move by Aubrey on that one. Sometimes, you know, live to play another down. 2nd down and 10 here. Our offensive line has held up reasonably well. You know, these are some big athletic guys coming through. They eventually make it through, and the play calling has been such as we're anticipating their defensive line giving us some trouble. We haven't kept Aubrey on the spot, so to speak.
No, we've moved him, and he's made some good passes.
And that's all part of the game plan, even on a normal Friday night, you know. And we throw another little wide receiver screen out here to Tron, and it is in the dirt.
And, you know, I noticed just in that play, it was the ball, the play was ended before it ever got started, but their defensive backs playing way across the field sprinted all the way to where the ball was at. I mean, That's just the type of discipline. You don't take a play off, even if it's away from you, you know, and the whistle's blowing, they're still sprinting to the ball.
3rd down, 4 minutes and 16 seconds after an incomplete pass. We've just got 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 down here to the left. Aubrey gets it, and he is just eaten up. He does a little pump fake, and he was fixing to throw deep to Tron, but he had no time. 3 defenders off the right side, left side of our offensive line. They either whiffed or just got overloaded as they overloaded blitz. The back side of Aubrey, he didn't see it coming. I'm just glad he held on to the ball.
Yeah, and it put us in a bad situation. We're be punting from our own end zone now.
This has been the story. It's, you know, we say tonight, it seems like all year this has been our story. I don't have any stats on where we get the ball, you know, in starting position with our offense, but it seems like we just are in a hole with field position the whole game. We get the punt away, and they field it at the 32, and Stewart's going to try to take it around the right side. Devontae Batten makes a great tackle. He's not until it's brought back to about the 15-yard line, though. This Stewart kid is the deal. You know, he doesn't look like anything. You know, I mean, he's just a football player, and it doesn't look like anything special. Gets the daggone ball, and
he's like lightning.
Yep, before you know it, he's 15 yards down the field. Didn't look like he got 4 yards. You know what I'm saying? Looked like we had great coverage, but you look down at the marker where he caught it and where it's
6 foot,
out of bounds.
6 foot, 195 pounds probably.
Yeah, yep. And now he split out wide up at the top of your radio dial there. If you're looking, they get the snap here. Same formation that we run, and he turns and throws a seam pass, and it is just through the hands of the defender. Pass was complete, and they throw one right up the middle. Quarterback got it that time, and he just took one step, fired the football. It was there, it was open, but through his hands. He threw it about 175 miles an hour, I think was possibly
He's
the
a
problem.
pitcher on the baseball team, too. All these kids, most of them, you know, play sports year-round, or at least 2 sports.
Snap again. They throw out to the left here to Stewart, and they have a couple of blockers, and he's just going to push the pile forward for about 3 yards. It's going to be a 9-yard gain. They give us a dose of our own medicine, except make it look better than when we've done it. They've practiced that before, folks. I'm telling you, they just threw a quick hitch pass. Now they line up, quick snap here, and they give it to a little sweep to the right, and yep, he's going to go in and score. They just do that same thing. It was a little different formation. The quarterback went under the center, turned around, and just did a sweep, a old school sweep, and just went around the right side, went in for the score. It
looked like to me, I thought they were fixing to hand it off to the fullback and try to power
right middle,
just for a first down, because they were on. It was 3rd and 1 or 2nd and 1, whatever it was.
So they score. That's going to make it 26-0. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So they set for the extra point attempt. And they bobble it. Now he's going to come up and try to make something happen. He's going to scramble. He throws it into the end zone. We bat it down. Good play by the holder. The ball was snapped behind him. We're going to take a break here. The good guys are down 26-0. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5, The Eagle.
You're looking now as our Red Raiders are behind 26-0 with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter.
Hey, we've been down 26-0 before already this year. Almost put one on a rivalry team
Pierce
here.
County,
I'm waiting on it right now. Here it's about to begin. We've got 5 on the line here. It's a beautiful kick return formation here. We got Tron and Drell deep. They've been kicking it to Drell all night. Drell's going to field the ball this time on about the 15-yard line. He's going to hit the hole. He's going to bounce it up to about the 34-yard line. Good play. Good play. That's the best field position we've had all night, I think. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 34. Talk to me, Ref.
Something right here?
Talk to me, baby.
R.J. Jackson, who has played outstanding this year as far as making plays concerned. When Stewart returned the punt a while ago, somebody blindsided him and hit him. And the last 3 plays, he has taken his vengeance out on the Benedictine players. He just about murdered a boy just in on that kickoff.
Aubrey gets the snap, and he puts it in Tron's gut and then pulls it out. I would hope that they would have keyed on Drell. I guess was it Tron or Drell?
It was Drell.
He pulls it back down, takes it right up the middle, which is not a bad play. Try to keep them honest here. Gain of about 3
yards.
Yeah, second down to 7.
And we're going to have to be balanced like that if we're going to run this. We just
That's right.
They're not going to be able to know who's getting the ball. All that motion, we've said it. All the motion that we're doing and things that we're doing to try to make mismatches. If we don't take advantage of where they're giving us the mismatch, then we're not going to be able to run this offense effectively, at least, not consistently.
The ball is snapped, and we look to do a little out pattern here, and it's complete to Drell, and he makes 3 people miss,
yes.
And he's going to get it up to midfield. Nice play. Aubrey Carter just caught the ball, stood there, and just fired a rocket out here about 15 yards all the way across. He's standing on 1 hash mark, throws it all the way. A dangerous pass. I mean, it was
dangerous.
It was a rope. Now he threw it, but it's not one you want to live and die on. Live on against this team. But great play. He had plenty of room there as Drell broke off his route and came back to the football. That was somebody's been coaching somebody. That looked beautiful.
That was a very good play. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's drawn up to be.
Got 4 wide receivers set here again. Aubrey Carter looks over at the sidelines, gets the snap. Wesley's set to block. He throws up a pass over here on the left side. and it goes incomplete.
They went to a three-man defensive front then and had 5 linebackers drop back, or 4 linebackers and a nickel back. So they know we're going to try to push it down the field as far as throwing the ball. I think we may be able to hit some underneath stuff, but it don't look. We need to be careful too, because they're going to have these linebackers dropping to the flats if we're not careful.
Minute and 43 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and 10 here now, and we're going to end up calling a timeout. And so we're going to call a timeout. We'll return as soon as we get back to game action. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5, The Eagle.
And this is the second, what I would call the second good offensive drive that we've had tonight, where we actually are executing. I don't think that what's happening to us, what has been happening to us, has been anything other than just lack of execution.
That's right.
And
this
sometimes
is the
it looks
best
worse than
football.
what, yeah, go ahead.
Interrupt you. You keep going with that, but this is the best football we've played that I've seen this year.
On
you
the
know
offensive side of the ball, it is.
You know,
and with the exception of the sweep left, we've actually been in the game defensively.
That's right.
And you look at the score, and it doesn't appear that way.
Aubrey pressured that time, and he's going to throw an interception. As he gets it, he rolls out to his right, and he is pressured, and he throws a pick, and they're going to take it all the way down 10-5, and he is brought down right at the goal line. He's going to go into the end zone. Great hustle. I think Tron Folsom tried
Walked
to
him down.
Run down and snatch that ball out right at the last minute. Love the effort from that young man. He's tried that a couple times tonight, and he's going to get it in a minute.
Yeah, he's going to get him one.
Unfortunately, that's what you don't want to do when you're down 26-0, but the pressure's on, and that's what this Benedictine team lives on. You know, they put the pressure on you to try to make a play, and that's just what Aubrey did there. He was under heat. He had to nearly jump to get the ball off. And they just do a great play of picking it off. And they are set to kick the extra point, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's going to be 33-0, a minute and a half to go now before this first half is over, and it's taking forever. We'll be back. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5, The Eagle. Receive the football again. We've done this a time or two in this first half. 33-0, minute 31 seconds to go. We have no timeout, so I don't know what we'll try to do. Probably try to run this clock out, try to make a play or two to see if we can get something going.
Well, that play right there was just one that was waiting to happen. You know, they'd been dropping back and just waiting for us to make a mistake, and they had it read perfectly, knew right where we were going with the ball. And you have that luxury when you're up 26-0. You have that type of luxury.
And what I love about our offense, and even what the coaching staff has committed to do here, is you do not see what you haven't seen tonight is drill coming and going and swapping quarterbacks back and forth, and doing all that. They do a little squib kick here down to the 30. It's going to be covered on about the 33-yard line. But the coaching staff has put the ball in Aubrey Carter's hands. He's a junior quarterback for us. They've put it in his hands, and they've said, okay, lead us. You know what I mean? And I think our best I think our best probably, in my opinion, is to leave it like that possibly and try to see if you can get drill. Put your playmakers out there, and it gives you another option, another weapon in the offense.
I can't say I disagree with anything you said, Lance. I agree with you.
And now Aubrey's going to keep it, and just as we said, kind of see if you make something good on that first play. Nothing doing. He's brought down immediately.
Give him a T for toughness there. He stuck his head
right.
and took on a linebacker. It wasn't real good results, but anyway, he's doing what we've been talking about. He's trying to make us go to be something other than throw the ball up and see if our athletes can out-athlete somebody. We're actually trying to simulate an offense.
And he can run it. You know what I mean? He's not slow by any means.
And he's not scared. He's tough.
That's right. 50 seconds to go now as Aubrey gets the ball. He rolls out to his left, throws that out to Allman, and Allman catches the ball. Well, he's on the ground when he catches it. So it's complete up to about the 40-yard line, and the clock continues to run, and it's going to be third down and about 3.
Well, if we're gonna throw a Hail Mary, I think I would. Well, I don't know what kind of speed Payson has, but
25 seconds. As now Aubrey gets the ball, they rush 4. We cover him. He rolls out to the right, throws another interception. Is picked off by Benedictine, and now we're going to struggle to cover him as 5 people are out to block him, and we do bring him down with 10 seconds to go in this first half. They return it all the way back to the 17-yard line. I'm surprised we even got that tackled. That we did a great job of sneaking through 3 or 4 blockers because they set a wall up. They've returned interceptions before for touchdowns because that defense turns into offense on a dime.
It sure does. And here again, they know that we've got to throw the ball to get down the field, and they've got 3 defenders in the place where our 2 receivers are at, and one's just waiting for us to throw it to the flats, and both interceptions looked almost identical. And
they snap the ball, and they do their student body left again, and we turn it back up into the middle. And there's going to be 4, 3, 2, and
they're going to try to jump ball. We need to know what's coming.
They're going to call a timeout. So with 2.4 seconds to go, they call it. Well, they say no, we don't want the timeout, and they classily let the time run out. 33-0. It's not a beautiful showing here from our Raiders. Our crowd's still ringing cowbells. They still love our Raiders. We still love them, but a football team has come to town tonight.
Yeah. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle, and stay tuned for our halftime show, and we'll be back with the second half.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
We're enjoying a beautiful Friday night here in South Georgia. We understand there's a lot of lightning delays, especially over on the East Coast. We're trying to get you some scores. Some scores that we do have here in the region. Vidalia is up 22-0 over McIntosh. Both of them having their first region game of the year. That's unfortunately that's the only the score that we have in region play. We do know that Ware County is in a rain delay or a lightning delay. And Pierce County is up 8-0 in their contest over in Savannah, but they are also in a lightning delay. So we have a little bit of weather in the area, but tonight here in Bacon County, it's just absolutely beautiful. We have the windows up here in this brand new press box, and you can feel the fall in the air as we've talked about. And everything's perfect tonight except the score, Lance. Our Bacon County Red Raiders are behind 33-0.
I think we need to talk with that scoreboard guy. I think he flipped the wrong button there, switch. I think it's 3 or something got doubled on us. No, Benedictine's just played a well of a ball game. Been really no turnovers in the ball game, no real mistakes. That either team's been pretty penalty-free and all that.
You and I were talking in the break, Lance, and it doesn't look like it on the scoreboard. And someone said, and I agree with that team in white over there will make you look a lot worse than what you are because they take advantage of every mistake. Having said that, we have seen on the offensive side of the ball something to be happy about in that we have sustained some drives against a very good team. And for us to just be coming into the first year of this type of offense, it's time that we begin to see some improvement, and I think we have tonight.
And it's tough to see us here still, whatever game it is. What game? This is the fourth real game, game of the season kind of deal. And we're happy about 0 points on the board with our offense. That kind of sums up where we're at.
Well,
but we've put together some good things. We really have. And it's good to see some different people getting, Payson Sams has had a couple of receptions, I think, or at least trying to get some different players in. And,
Dalton Almonds had a catch.
They've definitely worked on that, and that's been the focus of their work. Unfortunately, I think as you and I have talked, Demetrius Williams, our strong side linebacker, really, he probably flips both ways. I don't know. He's going to protect the big side of the field. He's out tonight with a knee injury.
Right. And so is Dylan Miles, another senior.
Yeah.
Now, Demetrius is a junior, but he's been playing since he was a freshman. He's this is his third year playing, and but Demetrius is quick and he's big, and we're missing him, and also Dylan, who's anchored the defensive line, and they have attacked that side of our defense tonight, and that has been their most successful play. And then, of course, one returned interception for a touchdown, and in a class-like move, they didn't return. They may have scored.
Right.
Try to throw the ball at least into the end zone the very last play of the quarter, but up 33-0. That means we're going to have a running clock. So if Bacon County's going to do anything,
we're set up for an onside kick here as well. So Jay Jackson set for the onside kick to start the second half. We do an onside kick, and it is nothing doing. It's going to go the other way. We just better make sure they don't pick it up and take it. It goes actually backwards. It's going to be a flag down. I
don't see them wanting us to kick it off.
No.
Just another one of those things. I watched Jay kick after kick after kick in the pregame, and he was hitting it right every time, and then we squib it off the side of our foot. That's not hard to do.
No, not when you're trying to make that thing bounce like that. And it went about 4 yards deep and then just did a U-turn. So they're going to have it 1st and 10. Sums up our luck here tonight on Raider Field. They're going south.
On your radio, going from your left to your right.
They're going south, but they're going north, if that makes sense. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They one step back. Pass off the receiver's hands, and it goes right to Devontae Batten's hands, and we picked that ball off beautiful.
Great.
And I tell you what, even their defender there, the receiver, when Devontae was going down for the tackle, he tried hard. He ripped like he was trying to get that ball out. Devontae held on to the ball with both hands, went down. So we have it now on the 33-yard line. Uh-oh.
It's one of our better starting spots as far as offensively.
As we said, no turnovers, and here we see Drell in at quarterback, and we have changed the play calling here because we line up in a tight bunch there. We only go with 2 wide receivers.
And we run in a new receiver here, number 15.
We're in a same formation here, and Drell keeps it this time, and he goes off the right side, and he squirts around, and the ball pops out. I think it was a ball or a chin strap.
It was a ball, yeah.
It popped out, but it went out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of about 4, so we'd go 3 off right guard to Jacob Carver on the first play, and then Drell keeps it that time and squirts around the right side for another few yards. It's 3rd down and 5, and this is probably what we're going to have to try to do to get anything going.
Well, we're going to have to try to do that. It's evident they're just sitting on us, waiting on us to throw the ball.
Is this a wishbone kind of look here, or I know that the quarterback's in the middle of all that. I don't
know what it is, but it's something.
It looks. Carver gets going to the right. Drell pulls up, and he throws it out to Tron, and it is complete. And he is up to the 47-yard line. So Drell, to give you the picture, folks, we have wing backs on either side of the tackle there, and we've got a running back behind Drell as he's in the shotgun formation. And so I think that's a wishbone, but I think we're usually seeing it a little bit different. But is now Jacobs is behind Drell, and he's going to go and take on a block, and Drell's going to try to go off the left side, nothing doing.
They run him down from behind.
Absolutely.
I mean, our offensive line's got a block backside too. I mean, you don't take a play off.
A loss of a yard on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. It would be a wing T-top formation if Drell were under center, but just to give you that picture.
I think we're just sticking them up there for blocking.
Absolutely. We're trying, and they put 5 on the line now. They switch up their defense a little bit. And we're putting Jacob in motion, kind of stutter stepping. We're going to throw deep to Tron. Nothing doing. That ball is just straight up to the defender even. And Tron tries to rip it out, doesn't make the tackle way back on the 35-yard line, and that guy's going to go from the 40 to the 30. He's going to return it all the way down to the 25. So Benedictine is cooking with gas here now. They return the turnover battle there. They return the favor for us, and they bring it. They stepped out of bounds. There's going to be a penalty flag down on the play. That was not a good pass by Drell Green as he threw it.
It was not anywhere close.
He just threw it right to their man. Tron was covered by another man on the further outside. He threw it more inside the hash mark there, and the only player within 15 yards was a white jersey. Fortunately for us, right where he intercepted the ball at is where the ball's going to be placed at. There was a block in the back, I think, on the play on Benedictine. It's going to be 1st and 10 for them at the 35. I think this is about the worst field position they've had all night.
Not looking good. We got our Trent Hardy, number 79, who's played offensively for us, and he's hobbled. I don't know if it's an ankle. I hope. But
that young man's been a stalwart for us.
He sure has. And
they go student body right again as that slot receiver just goes off to the right side, and he's slipping tackles, making 4 and 5 people miss. Stutter steps, cuts it back to the inside, and he's crossed midfield, 45 down at the 40-yard line, finally spinning and then lunging forward even. And that is number 4, Chance Jackson, a senior, and he's playing like it tonight. That's a gain of, 10, 25 yards on first down. They're doing nothing special. They are in a wing T formation now as they turn, and he goes to pitch it. The quarterback does. He doesn't. He is chased from behind, and he is outran. The quarterback outruns Jacob Carver to the sideline, and he goes out of bounds eventually at about the 35. It's going to be a gain of 5 yards.
But I'll be honest with you, I was impressed with Jacob's speed then. He didn't
I'm
have the
telling you.
angle. That big old boy can run.
That's a fact. He really had no chance. He was 5 yards away from him, but he was closing. But the quarterback just kept going, took it around. 2nd down and 5 for Benedictine. Quarterback gets the pass, throws a quick hitter out to the left, and that's Stewart. Their player, they really haven't even tried to get involved a whole heck of a lot tonight.
Hadn't had to.
I tell you, when it's student body left and student body right's working, why even throw a pass? And quarterback just pulled up right then, got the snap, and just fired it out to the left on a little, the wide receiver's out there, doesn't even move, just turns, catches the ball, goes up 7 yards. It's 1st and 10, Benedictine at the 25.
Be careful about a seam route right here if they want to throw it.
Quarterback takes 2 steps back, fires it out to the right side in the flats. Receiver gets it. It's number 3. Defended well by Payson Sams. After a gain of about 6, Payson comes up, makes a tackle, slings him out of bounds. Joseph Holguin, another senior. Imagine that. I told you they've got plenty of seniors on this Benedictine team. I'm sure they're looking for a state title this year. And they've come to Alma, Georgia tonight, and they're playing like it.
They are playing that. They're not going to be happy until they get a state championship.
Student body left again. And this is what we've seen over and over, and this is number 12, and he's got 5 yards, he's got 10 yards, 15, and he's all the way down at the 5-yard line. Nothing doing, folks. He just
doesn't look like he's moving very fast,
Nope.
And all of a sudden he hits the accelerator, and there we go.
And he didn't even really turn the jets on that run. He's at about the same speed as he takes the handoff. And he just kind of follows white jerseys around to the left.
They've got an overbalanced line.
Now they just loaded up right in the middle. Yeah, they're going to go in for the score, folks. Benedictine puts it right up the gut. They put 2 big, their big package in. They get in an I formation there, and they just give it to that big guy. I think I say big guy. He wasn't even a big guy. It's number 4 or 5 for them. I didn't see who it was.
It's number 4.
But he goes right off the left side, right off the left guard, right up the gut. We were nowhere to be found. It's 39-0. Their kicking game has struggled all night long. I'm telling you what. I'm trying to find something bad to say about them. As it goes good, as soon as I say something bad, it's 40-0, folks. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5, The Eagle. We're really calling this ball game, but we're thinking we're going to play Scrabble or something. We're looking for something else to do besides call a 40-0 contest. So, Travis, you got any good jokes? You're a preacher. You're supposed to have some good, Pentecostal jokes or anything. Got something you want to talk about?
It reminds me of a story Andy Griffith told years ago about coming to a cow pasture where they were chasing this thing called a football. He said what it was football.
Yeah.
Looked like they were chasing a pumpkin or something. He
Yeah. Yep. The kick is deep again, and Drell's going to run over to his right. He fumbles it.
Go straight up
He
the
picks
field.
it up, and he's going to go right up the sideline, makes 3 people miss, and then he's finally brought down. Does a good job of getting up to the 25. They were 5 men on him on the 10-yard line, and he shot through there.
Sometimes on a play like that, if you'll just take it, go right straight up north and south, most kickoffs. Well, yeah, that's right. There you go. And most kickoffs they come from the outside forcing in, and there'll be less people on the outside than there is in the middle of the field, which makes sense. But if you make one person miss, you can normally pick up some yards that way.
Benedictine stays in their 4-3 defense.
And we bring Aubrey back in.
Yeah, we're back to our regular formation here. We've got Carver in behind Aubrey in the shotgun formation. He puts it in his gut, and he's tackled by 3 Benedictine cadets, 2 yards deep in the backfield, 2nd down and 12. So how about them Falcons?
They looked good last night.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my people right there.
The game was over 21-0 in the first quarter.
Devin Hester making some beautiful plays, broke the record there on a punt return. I think him and Dion after the game looked like they were having some serious bromance going on. Aubrey in shotgun formation again, and this same look we've been giving them. They shoot the gap and put pressure on it. Dalton Allman, the pass is a great pass. Aubrey stood in there, and he took a shot, folks. They blitzed the linebacker off the right side. Again, they go back and forth between 3-4 and 4-3. They had a free linebacker, and that's why they keep him back there, and he just shot the gap. And Aubrey had to step in it to get the pass out there. It was complete for about 20 yards, but he paid a severe price, and he's down right now. We're going to take a station timeout. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance. The no-problem people.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
You gonna eat that?
We're going to turn around and hand it right back to the studios. We have a player down, Aubrey Carter. It doesn't appear to be serious, but he's still down on the field. So we're going to take time and run a few commercials. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, you want a team that stands behind you so you can perform your best. At Auto Owners Insurance, it's how we do business every day. Because, along with our independent agents, no one works harder to keep you in the game. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Our quarterback is off on the sidelines now. He seems to be okay. Drill in at quarterback. He takes the shotgun snap. He throws it out to the
Interference.
left here. It's going to be incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Pass intended for Dalton Allman as he's slow to get up.
But it looks like it's going to be interference down here. You got a yellow flag, and they were draped all over Allman.
And that is going to be the call. It's going to be a holding against the defense, which I think is at least a 5-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
Yeah, they're going to
They're
mark
give
off.
a 10-yarder.
Yeah. So we got a first down. We're cooking with natural gas now.
That's what I'm talking about. Up to the 40-yard line. It's nice to have the ball at midfield. Let's put some points on the board here.
Aubrey is standing up. He's coming out of his shirt. Dr. Jason Cox is going to look at him right here and just check him out and make sure it's all right. Unless something's wrong, I would expect him probably to show back up sometime in this game.
Drill receives a snap, and he's just going to take it right up the middle, and he is tackled high and low. And that looked kind of scary in itself.
Well, I want to say something here. I don't like it when linebackers play low. I do not like it when a linebacker just dives at somebody's feet. That's just
a defensive lineman had him as Drill just went right up the middle, kept it, faked going around the end, and just pulled it back in and tried to go right up the middle. A lineman had him high, and a linebacker came in and shot right at his knees.
I don't like that. I don't like that. And then they don't cry if somebody takes their knees out. But
2nd down and 9. They have 5 men on the line. We give it to
ain't gonna
Devontae
beat 'em
Batten
north
and
and
going
south.
out. Yeah, east and west.
East and
we
west.
go out
You ain't
to
gonna
the
beat them
right.
north and south either, but you ain't gonna beat them east and west.
You're going to gain 2 on north and south and lose 4 on east and west. And so that's what we do is 3rd down and 12. 19 seconds. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. 40-0. Bad guys are winning. We will return as soon as play resumes. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got Drell Green lined up at quarterback. Jacob Carver's behind him. We have slots to the right. We've got a single Dalton Allman up to the top of the screen, and we're going from left to right on your radio dial, friends.
And we bobble the snap as Dalton comes across, and Drell gets the snap at the same time. I don't know if Drell was trying to put it in his gut, but I think that was on Drell. And it basically pops right out of Drell's hand, goes right up in the air into a Benedictine player's hands, and they're going to recover the ball. We fumble it. 1st and 10 for the Cadets. We don't need to start giving it to them anymore. They're already taking it. 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. And I just had a big ugly walk in front of me right here. I've been having a nice night all night, and that daggum Devin Sears just walked in front of me and ruined the whole night. It got uglier. Could you believe that?
That's tough.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Benedictine puts it in the hands of 32, and he looks like he's about 5'6", 250 pounds. and he runs over 4 people and steps out of bounds at the 3-yard line. How did he get from the 40 to the 3? Toting 3, running over 2, stepping over 1 more, and then in dragging 2 down to the 3. That's
I remember this guy from last year. He didn't play a lot last year. He's just impressive, and he is a 10th grader, so only a 10th grader. He was a freshman last year, and I think you may have missed him because I think he's more like 6 foot, 260-pound running back's what he is.
He is
He's
a
big.
load. He looks like Michael Turner. If any of you guys have ever paid attention to Atlanta Falcons football, he has that build. And flag is down. The whistles are blowing, and
Illegal motion.
false start on them, and we send in number 33. That's Kevon Brown.
And we're playing a lot of people right now.
That's it. That's what we're trying to do, is get different folks in.
And to their credit, it looks like Benedictine is too. I think they still have their number 1 quarterback in and maybe tailback, but they got a fresh supply of linemen. Well, I say that.
Yeah, they've got a different quarterback in as well now. They have an I formation here. They give it to the drop back. That's number 4. We've seen him before. He dives, and the ball comes loose, and they're gonna say he scored before he fumbled the ball. So he dove from about the 3-yard line. 9 minutes to go in this contest. The Benedictine Cadets have come in to Alma on Raider Field tonight, and there's been one BC. Unfortunately, it's been Benedictine all night long. 46-0. I smack-talked the kicker a minute ago, and he put it right through the uprights. He's done that 3 or 4 times. I joked about it really sincerely. They've, I think, missed 2 extra points, and that's about the only negative we could talk about them tonight.
Yeah.
They scored. The extra point is good. 47-0. Good guys are down. We will be back as soon as play resumes. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5.
Kick the ball off again for they've kicked it off a lot tonight. I don't know how many times it's been, but they're leading us 47-0 with 9 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And
Brendan DeLoach gets his foot into it, and
Devontae
Batten returns it all the way up to about the 27, 28-yard line. And we have a Raider down. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here. We'll be back as soon as play resumes. You're listening to Raider Radio on 93.5.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Injured player, he was shaking up a little bit. He's up now. And these kickoffs, It's like World War III out there. You got a few of these
Incoming.
guys still trying to drop a haymaker here or there, and evidently I didn't see it, but evidently he got cold cocked there. Good to see number 11 running back on the field for
I'm glad
us.
to see that. I'm glad to see Aubrey been able to come back. He did get smacked. I'm telling you, he got hit.
He delivered the mail, though. You're already going to pay the price. You might as well make the completion. He stepped into it. He's a tough kid. A lot of good days ahead for Bacon County football. Tonight's not that
white
night.
shirts out there now.
Aubrey gets a snap, puts it into 17's hands, and he goes off the left side holding that football. He takes it up into the middle of the field, running to the left. He gains about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 as Anthony Florence just took it off left guard and went for 3.
Pace on right here. Pace on, pace on, pace on. Nope.
And we give it to Florence again right up the middle, and he has stood up. And that's one of the few times you'll see Florence go head on with somebody and really lower the boom and it not affect anything. They just met, came together, and just kind of stood there and danced for a second before he fell down to the side after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards, 3rd down and 4. They've given it to Florence twice now, just trying to hammer it up the middle. They've brought in their 2nd and 3rd team. And
yeah, they're all white, bright white uniforms.
And they're dancing around ready to play. They've got 4 on the line. They don't look any smaller than the other 4 that were in there a moment ago. Florence does find a little crease and drags a couple steps out of the initial tackle, and he gets about 6 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 up to the 42 for the Raiders. Not doing anything special there as Florence goes out now and Jacob Carver in at tailback. We've got 4 wide receiver set still. We hand it right up the middle. Carver down to about the 40 or up to the 46-7, about a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5. We're looking good against their B team.
Yeah, we're turning around and we're handing the football. We're keeping it simple and just power football ahead.
And we've got some backups in for us as well as we give it to one of them now. I can't see the number 14 for the Red Raiders. He was in the top slot position. That's Snell. He comes around on the right side, and they give it to him. That's our version of their student body right kind of deal. He put his head down and ran strong. Looked good. He had a good JV game. He's played a good game yesterday over in Brantley County.
Well, these are the guys that's going to be toting us next year.
That's right. Our JV played a great ball game yesterday in Brantley County. Beat the Herons, I think it was 20-14. Carver puts it into, what number is that? 33.
Yeah.
Puts it into 33's breadbasket. He goes off a right tackle. That's Kevon Brown. And he plays linebacker and runs the ball for us as well on JV. And I know these guys are excited to even get some playing time as we've got somebody else running on the field and somebody running off. And we're waiting. And we get 4 wide receiver set. We put it in 33's hands again. He hits a hole. Nice hole that they had open for him there. It was a wide open gate. Rev, I believe you could have made it through there.
Well, maybe.
If it had been a hot dog down there, you'd have got it. That's what I'm saying.
I'd have scored.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 Raiders. I'm telling you what, we're doing it.
And we're doing it running the ball up the middle. Of course, now, here again,
Franklin Brinson in at wide receiver. He goes in motion. We give it to Brown again, right up the middle, big hole. He's all the way down, about a 7-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down. We'll call it 6-yard gain.
If we get down close, I wonder if they're going to keep that team out there, if they're going to load their boys back on.
I think we have mainly our starters on the offensive line, it looks like.
And a quarterback, but everywhere else.
Everywhere else is. So much so that Brown doesn't know which side to get on. He does eventually go to the right side. They give it to him. He goes off left guard.
For another 1st down.
And he's just putting it up. He's just sticking it in the holes.
We got a new running back coming in, Deuce, number 22.
I tell you what, love that. That's Anthony Madison. He looks at his wristband.
He's so excited.
He is. He's happy. You could tell these younger guys are ready to play some football. As Snell comes in motion, student body right for us, and he gets it, and he takes it, turns it back upfield, and he brings it all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Good run.
Nice run by Snell. I tell you what, he had some room out to the right, that he could have kept going toward the sideline, but he just saw a gap and just went straight north-south and turned it all the way up.
One of the better runs we've had tonight, in my opinion, as far as him seeing which way we're supposed to go with it, north and south.
Madison still in the tailback right beside Aubrey. Aubrey sends Snell in motion. He gives it to Madison, and Madison almost breaks a tackle as they had two blitzed right up the gut.
Did.
They about took out Snell as he ran by. Aubrey put it in Madison's gut, and they hit him right in the shins as he got the ball, and he fell forward for a yard from where he got the ball. A loss of about 2. It would have been a loss of 5 had he not done that. Second down and, I guess a second and goal. They give it to Brown up the gut and nothing doing, and they've shut us down here now. It's third down.
Are we going to go to the air, do you think? With 2 minutes and 56 seconds left.
47-0. 4-down territory. It's time to get excited.
It is 4-down territory, there's no doubt.
Aubrey Carter puts it in Snell's gut this time as he comes around. Nothing doing.
They're blitzing.
They're 41, yeah. They're 41, maybe a starter. He's coming through on every play now. And I've seen that number all night. So that's Tillman Gariner. He's a junior. Yeah, they're blitzing their linebackers, and they're just coming through right through the middle. Their meat on the defensive line is enough for our offensive line to hold on to. Their linebackers are free. Fourth down is Aubrey. Aubrey drops back for pass, throws it right across the middle, and it's complete, but our receiver falls down to catch the ball at the 2-yard line, maybe the 1-yard line, and Benedictine is going to take over on downs. That was fourth down. They rushed, didn't give –
we were wide open.
Yeah, didn't give Aubrey a lot of time to throw the ball. He does get rid of it, but couldn't put a whole lot on it. And I imagine his sternum was talking to him a little bit right there as he went to throw that ball, but he took a lick. He took a lick, just couldn't get everything under it. The receiver just kind of slipped coming back to it, and 1 yard away from a touchdown. 47-0, minute and a half to go. We've got all fresh jerseys in.
We're going to take a 30-second time out. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, you want a team that stands behind you so you can perform your best. At Auto Owners Insurance, it's how we do business every day. Because along with our independent agents, no one works harder to keep you in the game. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
On their own 2-yard line, turn around and hand the ball off to a fresh running back, and we stand him up. He falls forward for a couple-yard gain. A minute 22, 21, 20 seconds, the running clock, what we call the mercy rules, in play right now. And so unless something happens, something big happens, we're going to wind up wrapping this score up at about 47-0. We have right at a minute and 4 seconds left, and Benedictine has not yet broke the huddle. Now they break the huddle, and
the White Hat's even giving us some mercy there. I think it took 15 seconds to start the play clock. They hike it with 16 seconds to go, and they go off left guard, and he has stood up by about 6 red and black jerseys, but it was only after a nice gain. They swarmed to the football. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Cadets. 2 runs. They pushed it off left tackle that time and busted it out. Nice little gain. I'll tell you what, our guys are flying out there, though.
He's trying to
JB's
let it get below, so now he did. He just let it get
Yeah.
below, and that's going to be the last play of the game.
Here, the last play of the game is a first down for Benedictine off the right side. It just wasn't our night tonight. A different class of football came to town, and our Red Raiders have taken it on the chin and in the knee and off the back and the head and everywhere else we could take it. 47-0. Our Red Raiders fought for a while, but too many athletes and the white jerseys won tonight.
Well, you know, it's hard to find something positive to say when you have taken it on the chin like we have tonight. But I have seen a little bit more, you know, as far as the offense is concerned. It seemed like we had a little bit more continuity. And for the young guys that came in, they were fighting for their lives. I mean, they really played hard. Unfortunately, we come up a little bit short. If you consider 47-0 a little bit, we come up a little bit short. Next week we've got Long County coming to town, and that's going to be our homecoming. And we've had 3 brutal games in a row.
Well, and that's what I was going to say. We had 2 of our line, you know, 2 of our meat that were out for this game, you know, from the contest last week. And this isn't a game that you want to, you know, have some of your senior leaders, you know, your real part of your meat of your football team out, and we had that tonight. They, you know, our guys stepped in admirably, but they were just on a different level when it came to pushing the line of scrimmage. Nothing about skill football. They didn't even exercise half of their playbook tonight. It was just their line dominated our line on both sides of the ball, and our offensive line played great.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and this is a different class of team. It's not your normal South Georgia AA football team. They probably should have won the state championship last year, come up just a little bit short. I think it was against Lamar County, who eventually won the state championship. And Benedictine has always been a powerhouse for the most part. They've played as high as 5A as far as football is concerned. They've dropped back to AA because of the size of their high school. But here again, 450 male students, and we only got 250 male students. So that's the difference in them being able to compete. Having said that, let's look at it. We played Pierce County, which is went deep into the playoffs last year in AAA.
That's right.
We played Charlton County, who is the defending state champions in AA. They come in here with a number 2 ranking in AA, and now we faced the number. Some say number 4 team in the state. Personally, in AA, I don't see this as being a number 4 seed. I see them being as 1 or 2 in the state, if competition is like it normally is. So we have played 3 monsters.
Absolutely.
And now things are going to get back to a little bit normal. When we step up out there, we're going to be facing across the field from us, we're going to be facing some of the same type athletes that we've got. The last time we played a game like that was against Lakeland, where we mirrored each other. Mm-hmm. And when we did, we came away with a convincing score. Am I trying to find the silver lining in the clouds? I think I'm trying to tell you what the honest truth is, Lance.
Yeah.
And the honest truth is that we're going to be in the middle of a playoff hunt if we don't get too discouraged. We played our toughest schedule here at the beginning of the year. We've got left Vidalia, who is hanging out there at number 2 in the state. But Long County does not have a bad football team. They're coming in here, and it's been a war of attrition with them over the last couple of years. And you can't say anything against us as far as toughness, as far as our ability to compete. And it's hard to keep competing when you're down 33-0.
Well, and this is Coach's first year. Right. You know what I mean? He's come into town, and he's building young men. We love it. You know what I mean? Everybody's on board, and I think these young men are on board as well, but it takes a little bit. You know what I mean? You're not going to come in with all your new language and all your new verbiage and have these high school kids who have, you know, these young men trying to learn everything and then still be able to play instinctive football. You know, that they're playing a brand of football that is only going to get better as the year goes on. I don't think we anticipated winning region, beating number 2 and number 4 in the state. Right. You know, right here, as you just said, it's not something we say, well, we expected this loss, but we didn't expect to get beat 47-0, but at the same time, we saw some positive things with our offense.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You and I have been praying. I don't know if you had a prayer service at your church, but we've been praying for this offense, and we saw some good things tonight. You know, we saw some Aubrey step up and really make a bunch of good throws and make some good decisions. Yeah, there were some hiccups. You know, there were some unexpected things that happened in the ball game. I love it that you made the point. All of our football is ahead of us.
It is. All of our football is ahead of us, and I don't want everybody to get down because we've still got a lot of football left. And when we step back on the field, it's going to be more of a real situation, as I've already said. We need the stands to be packed next week during homecoming.
Absolutely.
As we welcome in Long County, and I feel like we're going to see our team come out here and be competitive. And
That's right.
I'm sincere. I know we're 1-3. I understand we're 1-3. But it's not what I feel to be a 1-3. We're not a 1-3 team. It's not indicative of who we really are in the classification that we play in. So let's get behind these Red Raiders. Let's do some things and come out. The fans have been great. You've been supporting us. This is Travis Peavy for Lance Wade. We appreciate you joining us each and every week on Raider Radio. And we're going to turn you back over to 93.5 The Eagle. Walter Minix, we appreciate all you've done for us tonight. Go Raiders.
That's it. God bless.